Hi, I'm Jimmy Reed. Welcome back to another one of our sessions for real estate investing. This time we're talking about assignment contracts, how to wholesale, and this again real estate investing training video. So first thing is, we've talked to several things about different subjects in the session of making money by wholesaling. I don't know if we actually covered, you've got to get the purchase contract. Now I did mention where you could, and I want to top that one more time, and that is get a contract, whether from an office supply, where have you. But here's what I recommend. I recommend you always use the one your local realtors use in your state. You can get that sometimes from a realtor. A lot of times they're resistant to giving that to you. Typically, like in Texas, you can actually download it off the TREC website. But the best way, I think, to get your local state real estate contract is from your local title company. See, the title company is going to be handling our transaction. So I want to make a good contact, that's our networking, okay, with a local title company in your area that specializes in doing assignments and double closings. Typically, you can find one over at your local real estate club. Now, once you get this contract, and again, you're going to insert our language we talked about previously, the subject tos, but now we're going to insert something else as the buyer. The first line, one of the first lines, it says the seller and buyer. Well, we're going to be the buyer in this situation, and it's always going to be our company name or our name followed by what I call our new last name, and that is and or assigns. We're going to add and or assigns. If I'm doing it under one of my company names, I'd put my company name and or assigns. If I'm doing it under my name, Jimmy Reed, and or assigns. That'll be on the contract. That gives us the ability to assign the contract to someone else. And that's our goal when getting paid, is to sell our contract to someone who has cash. Now, as we move forward here, typically the person we're going to assign it to is going to be our investor. Why? Because typically it's investors who have cash. But it could be a homeowner as long as they have cash. Understand, in wholesaling, cash is king. Cash is the way we do this. There are no loans involved, no credit. Our buyer must have cash. Now, if he's getting that through a hard money lender, that's fine, as long as they can get that cash in 3 to 4 days max. 3 to 4 days is all they need to close. It's a cash transaction. We're asking them up front, do you have cash? Now, once we find our buyer, and let's say Joe's the buyer, we're going to take our contract where it says Jimmy Reed and or assigns, and we're going to fill out a second contract, but this contract's known as the assignment contract, which allows us, typically it's one page. The one I use in my trainings is a one page, very simple to use. Your title company can probably even get you one. And it's just going to say, I assign the rights of this contract between seller and buyer, Jimmy Reed and or assigns, over to Joe, the investor. Now, I assign him the rights to this contract. He actually will fulfill all the requirements of that contract where I was the buyer. Now, once I fill out that assignment, I have Joe fill it out, sign his name basically, and then we fax it over to the title company and get all the paperwork started. This is going to be a very short video tonight because it's very simple. Once we have it tied up from the seller, we're buying and or assigns. We're the buyer with our subject to. We're selling to Joe, our investor, who has cash. We're signing him the contract, selling him our contract, our interest in the contract. We sell it to Joe, take all that paperwork, which is basically one page plus the original contract, okay, send it over to our title company, and we're basically done. Once Joe shows up with cash, fulfills not only the first part, plus whatever we're making. What we're making is actually stated in the assignment contract. We may be assigning our contract for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Here's the nice thing about doing assignments. Basically, you don't even have to go to closing. You only need to show up to collect the check. You're not signing anything. There's no paperwork really for you to do in an assignment, okay? And I use in my trainings a lot of different scenarios to explain this. But again, in a 2-day training, I can go over this step by step with our flow charts. I mean, a lot of things in detail, but this is the basic gist of it. So I hope it helps you, but keep in mind, I want to give you some more stuff. So go to my website, jimmyreed.net, jimmyreed.net. When you get there, you're going to see a video of me. Right above that video, there's a box that says free real estate trainings, and then a green box that says click here to join our free network. I want you to join the free network. One, you can network with us and our investors around the world. Two, I'm going to send you some free real estate gifts just for joining in, linking in, okay? You're going to be real easy process here. You just basically first name, last name, and email address. And then it's going to send you some information to your email box, okay, your inbox of your email address. When you get that, make sure you opt back in. Check your spam folders, check all your folders, but whatever email address you put in there, our system will send you a link. You will opt in, and then it will turn right around and send you your first free gift. And it'll be an article that I wrote basically on wholesaling. But the other thing that's going to be at the bottom is a big link that says to our free 9-hour training. Yes, online 9-hour video with PowerPoints, everything you need, free. Make sure you check out that training. Very important training, and I think you'll enjoy it. But again, I want to send you all this stuff free, help you become successful as a real estate investor. Then you can check out our website and see what else we have to offer. We have other tips on our page. You can see our network. If you're in the Fort Worth, Dallas area, make sure to definitely work with the team we use. Hard money lenders, mortgage brokers, work with them all because they already work with people just like you, investors. And that's who your goal is, to become a real estate investor. So good luck, take care, and we'll talk to you soon.